I remember, as a young beaver, I could hear the echo of timber falling in the early mornings, dreaming of one day when I could be working in the woods, the day that I could provide for my flock. I used to dream of building the biggest dams, the infinite towers, engineering wonders that would impress all beavers. I could build stairs that went all the way to the skies. And harvesting blueberries. So much blueberries, and we would never starve. Blueberries.
Thank you, Tim. And now we are here. But Will, maybe you can explain what happened.
Well, the humans, of course. They did not treat the Earth very well. And they were not nice with us beavers either. Well, you know what happened.
Okay, we better start the show then. Just act natural. Like the camera is not even here. No, not like that, Tim. Natural. No, Tim, that is not your normal face. Act as if the camera is not here.
Left their nets, left us nothing but a wilderness. Got my wood, got my water, gonna build it back stronger. Stack 'em high down the sky. Oh, my beaver timber.
Show them.
Wheel is turning, logs are stacked. Ain't nothing in this world I can't bring back. Got my wood, got my water.
Are you ready? Can I get you to tell me who you are and what you do for a job?
Why? My name is Timber. We started with nothing.
Well, I'd say it was worse than that. Day one, we had 9 grown beavers. 9 beavers. No food, no shelter, no water. I call it a disaster.
Well, we had a few blueberries. I like blueberries. And I can build a dam water pump.
Blueberries? Really? He bragged about the blueberries?
Blueberries.
My name is Will, and I'm the dam reporter. I can explain everything. You see, beavers are the last known survivors on Earth. After that thing...
So, do we have any questions? Any questions at all?
There was no questions, Tim.
What do you mean?
The comment section was empty.
I don't understand. The viewers were supposed to ask questions.
It's a new channel, Tim, and no one has commented yet. But maybe next time?
Yeah.
Feel free to comment below. Any thoughts, tips, or anything that could help the beavers survive and possibly thrive would make Tim a happy beaver. The map, Will. What can you tell us?
You see, spillage isn't just a map. It's a death sentence if you're not careful. It's a 250 by 150 slope of pure, unadulterated chaos.
Okay, this is what we got to work with. What's your thoughts, Tim?
It's some water. We have some blueberries. Yeah, it's not much green at all. How are we going to approach this one?
The map is called Spillage. Someone thought that was funny. They were not wrong. We arrived with 13 beavers, but only 9 grown-ups. A geothermal field nobody knows how to use yet, a water seep with limited pressure, and enough blueberries to last a few days. A few days is not a lot of time to build a civilization. Tim thinks it's plenty. I have learned not to argue about timelines with Tim in the first hour.
Pine. 2 logs. Not going to last long.
We argue about timelines later, when he's wrong, which is usually around day 4.
Better start pumping some water. I think that's our first priority.
The first thing you build on any new map is a path. Not a dam, not a house, a path. You cannot cut a tree you cannot reach, and you cannot reach a tree without a path. This is not complicated. This is the first page of every damn city building book ever written. Tim read the first page. I know because he told me the path idea was his. Those pine trees to the east give 2 logs each. 2. That sounds like nothing, because it is nothing. We need wood for buildings, for the water pump, for the farmhouse. We need wood for everything. And we have access to almost nothing.
Current supplies and status. Water, 0. Wood, 0. Blueberries? 130. Ambition, 100. I think that's it. Nothing more we need to talk about on this list.
They found something called a relic? What can you say about a relic?
It's ancient technology from the ones who came before, from the humans. Now, you can demolish these things, and if you do, you get a burst, a massive injection of 200 science points. It's like high-octane fuel for your research. It's the difference between starving in the mud and building a future. But there's a warning on the casing. A warning that survived centuries of decay. It says, do not point it at the sun. Either way, Justine wants those 200 points. Let's just hope she reads the warning.
There are logs, of course, but also down to where we are going to place our water pump. We need wood to start building, but we don't have much of it, so...
What you are watching right now is the founding of a colony. Not the dramatic kind, not flags and speeches, the real kind, where someone walks up to a patch of dry land with 8 colleagues and says, right, let's start with the trees. The water seep is the most important thing on this map right now, not the geothermal field, not the blueberries, the water seep. Everything alive needs water, everything built needs beavers. Beavers need water, therefore, water pump first. This is not complicated reasoning. It took about 6 minutes for everyone to agree on this. I asked Justine what happened during those 6 minutes. She closed her notebook, put it in her bag, looked at me, said, "Tim happened," and walked away. The farmhouse comes after the pump. You need food beyond blueberries. Blueberries are fine. Blueberries are not a long-term strategy. A farmhouse means crops. Crops mean a food supply that doesn't run out on day 11. Day 11 is closer than it sounds. Right now, though, watch the beavers, moving with purpose, cutting what needs cutting, building what needs building. They know they're being filmed. They don't care. They just build. That's what beavers do. That's always been what beavers do. The humans could have learned something from that. They didn't. Their loss. I'm Will D. My ass. I'm the damn correspondent.
Tim wants to build a forester. On day 1, before we have planks. A forester requires planks. Planks require a sawmill. A sawmill requires power. I let that sink in for a moment when he told me. Tim has identified that we need more trees. This is correct. We used most of what we had. The logic is sound. The timing is not sound. I showed him the materials list. He looked at it, nodded slowly, said, "We'll figure it out." Huggy was standing nearby when this conversation happened. He didn't say anything, but he looked at the materials list. Then he looked at Tim. Then he walked away. That's the closest Huggy gets to disagreeing with someone. The farmhouse is going up anyway. I made sure of that. Optimal soil location, irrigation access, projected carrot yield sufficient for the colony through the first drought cycle. Tim approved it. Eventually. After I explained it 3 times. The 3rd time, I used very small words. He said it was a great idea. Like it was his idea. It was page 3 of the damn book on city building. The book he never read. But the carrots are coming. 2 days, 13 beavers, 1 water seep, a handful of blueberries, and a map called Spillage. I'll be honest with you, it has not been a perfectly executed operation. The forester debate alone took 40 minutes I will never get back. But here's what I know. The sawmill is going up. And that was Tim's idea. I want to give credit where credit is due, because it doesn't happen often enough to waste it. With planks, we build. With stairs, we climb. With height, we reach the dead trees on the ridge that nobody can get to yet. More wood, more options, more colony. Sometimes Tim surprises me. I still don't tell him that. Is everything perfect? No. Is everything in the right order? No comment. But we're here. We're building. The carrots are coming, and 13 beavers who started with absolutely nothing are still standing at the end of day 2. In this world, on this map. That's not nothing. That's everything. If you see something we're missing, a smarter build, a better plan, something even I haven't thought of, leave it in the comments. Tim will read every single one. And he has asked me to tell you, very enthusiastically that he will answer questions personally in the next episode. Consider yourself warned. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. We are small, we are new, and every single subscriber genuinely matters to us. Be safe out there. Be kind to each other. And please, be nice to beavers.